Hi, my name is John McNally. I'm part of the AEC Digital Transformation team at Pentagon Solutions. And today we're going to be looking at Dynamo, the program that gets installed with Revit, specifically Dynamo for Revit. What I'm going to show you is just how the Dynamo Player user interface can be used just to check, quality check models before outputs need to be provided or before any kind of handover stages. So it can look through different parameters, and look for views, it can check sheets. I'm just going to kind of run through a basic one, kind of the right views that I need for a Navisworks export, whether all the tags for the equipment that I need to hand over exist. The reason I'm doing it using the Dynamo Player is so that I don't have to spend the time going and creating schedules to look for everything, going through all my views to make sure that the right ones are there and they're named properly. I can click a button with the Dynamo Player interface and it'll let me know straight away whether my BIM model is ready for handover or I'm ready to produce outputs from it. So this is a Revit add-on. It does come with Revit. You can find it underneath the Manage tab in your ribbon. So it is a visual programming tool by default, but we're not actually going to go into the programming side of things yet. So we're just going to look at the Dynamo Player. So any script that you put together or any kind of Dynamo programming that you do or visual programming that you do with it, you can set the outputs to report within the Dynamo Player. So I have this one on my output quality checks. I can go in and edit my, well, it's actually edit input, but I have these all as reporting parameters, so it's just going to be outputs here. So all I have to do is open it, push play, let it run, and then wait and see what it comes back with. I need to see if my views are there, if I've got any missing tags. At that point I can then go find them and fix them and check it again. So again, depending on the size of the model, this may take longer in some models compared to the others. So there we go, we've got a report very quickly. First thing you can see is that we don't have a Navisworks view, which is part of what I'm potentially need to hand over, so that needs to be created. It can check if they're on the right phase. That can be an issue depending on spaces and that sort of thing. So my mechanical equipment, which is part of the assets I need to hand over, these 4 units are missing the tag that they need to have. And of course these air terminals are also missing the tag they need to have. So there's a couple of ways of going about fixing this. We can look through the schedules, we can get the element IDs and search that way. A couple of different options. Again, this is also a count of how many Navisworks views exist, if there might be more than one. And it will also look and see if there's any families that are modeled in place. Some people don't actually like to have modeled in place families. The category can cause issues, parameters can cause issues. So some people like to change them, swap them out, or replace them with something else in the meantime. So because I don't have a Navisworks view, I'm going to go ahead and create it. So I'm just going to reset that in the meantime. I'm going with 3D view, and I'm actually just going to duplicate it so I can have the view I want. I'm going to do it twice because I want to have a count to come through as well, just to see. Let's call it Navisworks. 3D, and then maybe have an MEP one as well. So generally in the MEP one, we're probably not going to have our length model, so I'll just hide that. And maybe just hide the levels as well. Okay, so now we have a couple of views. We can use the player to kind of ensure they're there as well. So I was missing air terminals and I was missing some mechanical equipment tags. So I'm going to jump to the mechanical equipment schedule that exists. And we can see I have it set up so that the mark is the tag. And we've got 4 missing like the script says. So let's just fill those in. Okay, so we'll leave that. And again, so the benefit of the interface is that we don't actually have to go and create a schedule, where in the case for the air terminals, we're going to have to find out where they are. So at this point we can go and check. So let's go air terminals. Going to keep it simple. Family, type, and the mark. So this could be quite an extensive list depending on what it is you're looking for. So trying to find tags and just kind of see what's missing by eye might not always be beneficial. So we can see there's 4 there, 1 there. And if I scroll down, there is another one. Again, we can highlight this to make it a bit easier for ourselves with the conditional formatting. Go to the mark. Just leave it empty. I'll pick a color. So now it will highlight it for us to make it easier for us to find and fix before we have to provide the outputs. So let's just fix these. Just going to do it in order for easiness. Okay, so now we can come back to the Dynamo player. Run the script again. So this is a plugin that works directly with the Revit API, so it does look for each parameter individually. So we have Navisworks view, yes. It's only picked up one of them. So, and that is because it is spelt incorrectly. So the one we actually need isn't spelled correctly. So there's a simple human error that the user interface has picked up on. And you can now see that I've got no tags missing anywhere. And I also have no modeled in place families, which is exactly what I want. So I can come back again if we know that there's maybe more than one or there's one missing altogether. So if I actually just deleted that and had the view that I need, the MEP view, then I know there's going to be a problem. Again, we'll run through and check everything each time that we run this. So again, no Navisworks view, even though we just created one, so again, that should be flagging up. We can go and fix it. So it's maintaining quality, it's ensuring quality for handover. Exactly what we need. So now I can produce the NWC if I need to. Even if that's the view that maybe needs to go out as an IFC, for example, we now know it's there, it's got the right name. We can actually build naming conventions into this too if we need. So there we go, true, and no missing tags, nothing on the wrong phase, and model in place is empty. That's exactly what we need. So we've used a tool to very kind of quickly help us find and quality check any issues in our models. So everything can now be produced as it needs to be. So thank you very much for your time. If you liked the video, please subscribe and keep an eye out for future content. There'll be more tutorials and videos coming your way on both YouTube and Twitter. So appreciate it.